I am delighted to invite Dr. Gopalkrishna Joshi Garu, MIT Vishwaprayag University, to deliver his keynote session on the need for institutionalized approach to outcome-based education.
Good afternoon. I know it's expecting response from you is little difficult. Anyway, thank you, thank you. The topic of my keynote relates to one of the focus activities that I'm currently doing in my university. The need for institutionalized approach to outcome-based education. And I would like to share my journey and experiences and my motivation to do this. We hear common complaints from employers that graduates are not employable, they lack basics, they're poor in critical thinking and problem solving skills, they lack communication and teamwork skills. Teachers also have problem. We also say that students don't pay attention, they are not regular to classes, they cannot take pressure these days. Students do have problems, though we recognize, we don't recognize. They do have problems. And there are efforts to address these problems. I would like to share my story. When we were in an affiliated college, whenever we heard such problems, especially from employers, just after placement season, we addressed them in reactive and quick fix way. We used to conduct additional workshops, special classes, industry expert talks, mock pre-placement tests, mock interviews, and so on. They did give good results, but it was not It was not consistent. It was adding more work to teachers and students. We often got confused between teaching and coaching. It also made something else more important than what was offered through curriculum. It was reactive and mostly based on gut and intuition, and we didn't even measure the impact. Today, my learning is that all such strategies and solutions that we were designing were from our mindset and experience of teachers as individual course designers. As regards the culture of our department, though we all stayed together, we were a group and not a team. We all were functioning as individuals. We came together whenever there was an internal need like making of timetable or a need like institutional requirement in terms of organizing an event or attending to external regulatory body requirements. Meanwhile, we became autonomous, and I had to answer the big question: how is our degree program different from other universities, including my parent university? It was not about a course or the course that I was teaching. As head of the department and being responsible for the degree program, I had to speak for the program and not about the course. I was not equipped to face this new challenge. This is when we were introduced to outcome-based education through IUCE FLI. We learned that it is not about a course. It is instead about designing degree programs meeting the expectations of stakeholders. It is about the relevance of courses in the context of degree programs and the degree programs to be designed meeting the regional, national, and global expectations. It also means it is driven by the aspirations, vision, and mission. Therefore, it starts with capturing internal and external stakeholder expectations. We had good learning from this practice. This approach of driving the learning experiences by focusing on stakeholder expectations, connecting every course in the larger context makes learning purposeful. Our focus on student-centered learning pedagogies makes learning effective and joyful. Quality assessments not only help students but also help us improve the curriculum. This brings accountability among various constituents and results in effective and optimum use of resources. And the most important of all is it puts the system into the orbit of continuous improvement. All this adds to increased acceptance of our graduates. This is what I have experienced. But this journey is not without problems. A few of the issues and challenges that we faced. The first one is whose job it is OBE implementation. Accreditation is the job of somebody else, the program head, or somebody at the institution. We think of it only during the time of writing SAR. We will be in compliance mode. It is desirable to be in continuous improvement mode, challenging the normal conventional compliance mode. The another issue that I have seen is teachers, we work as individual players. Teaching is still a solo performance. We wish to cover the whole football ground individually. We need to serve a wholesome meal to our students instead of serving ingredients individually the way we serve our courses. Teachers have to graduate from course in isolation mindset to course in context mindset. The third problem that I have seen is lack of focus on problem solving skills. We need to ramp up the learning experiences from exercise problem solving to authentic workplace problem solving. It is desirable for teachers to start working in teams and engage in complex problem solving projects. Then we start talking to colleagues. Then our courses start talking to each other. Unless this happens, we won't be able to create complex problem solving experiences to our students. You see an opportune time for all of us here with the implementation of NEP 2020 taking momentum. NEP talks about a holistic multidisciplinary education that would aim to develop all capacities of human beings: intellectual, aesthetic, social, physical, emotional, and moral all in integrated manner. It also talks about imaginative and flexible curricular structures enabling creative combinations of disciplines for study and would often offer multiple entry and exit points, thus removing currently prevailing rigid boundaries and creating new possibilities for learning, real life learning. Please look at the behavior of regulatory bodies. All the regulatory bodies, including UGC, AICT, have been working on regulations and developing national level infrastructure accordingly. NCRF, NHEQF, and ABC are some of the major initiatives. Please look at the revised accreditation expectations released from National Board of Accreditation. The new guidelines for accreditation of Tier 1 institutions released in August 2024 aligns with NCRF, NHEQF, and NSQF. The assessment criteria are reorganized with change in weightages, outcome-based curriculum, outcome-based teaching and learning, outcome-based assessment are given 120 marks weight each, along with continuous improvement having 80 marks weightage. It takes the total number to 400 marks. Better clarity on expectations is attempted through the guidelines. I have seen earlier SARs and the present SAR. It is completely aligned to IAE document on accreditation, graduate attributes, and when you go a little deeper, you will realize that most of the global best practices of OBE are being part of assessment today. It is a historic opportunity with largest population of working age group in our country. Education is in demand. There is a policy in favor, enabling regulations from regulatory bodies and a national level infrastructure in support. Outcome-based education provides the framework on which institutionalized approach of its implementation can be practiced. We have some experience of implementing it. In my university, which is a new university, we are attempting team-based implementation of OBE. I understand that we have breakout sessions now. This is where we can discuss the possibilities of implementing institutionalized approach to OBE, and I look forward to listening to you all and learning from you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thought-provoking insights and valuable expertise. It has greatly enriched this session.